Counter-Strike 2 could have killed our game. Community games like Zombie Escape aren't officially supported by Valve, so if the maps and plugins couldn't be ported, our game would have died with CSGO. But here we are. By far the most profound change to the game is lighting, which we've covered in previous videos, but take a look at just the shooting. Bullets now fly through the air and light the space around them. 60 players could be shooting these at a single target. We really don't know how this is going to look or affect performance for the average player, but it looks incredible. This is even more apparent from Molotovs that engulf the room in bright flames. Too much in fact, especially in a game mode where multiple mollies might be thrown in quick succession. But these updates change how the game feels. Even the small things like light affecting the new smokes should in practice make the space feel more cohesive and therefore real, especially when it comes to light on surfaces. This is ice taken from DE Office, I believe, don't quote me on that, and I think it's just incredible. There's nothing like this in CSGO. Not revolutionary by gaming standards, but the best Counter-Strike has ever received. This is ZE Exchange innovation, with new reflective walls as metal surfaces should do, and emissive light sources on the stairs that cause them to pop, sometimes too much. Some of you have seen this before, and when these emissive particles are more restrained, they bleed into the reflective structures around them in real time. Even the more obnoxious stuff, when in the background and your focus is on the enemy zombies, just adds to the atmosphere. But there were also some visual updates to the gameplay itself. Most notably, when you are shot, a new red hue occurs on screen. This isn't a thing in regular CSGO, but does appear on some servers with plugins. It now appears to be a global feature. This might not be a good thing, and hopefully it can be disabled. But it does look cool. Just like the new feature when you shoot someone, they start spurting blood. It does look good and will add to the realism and just plain goriness of the game. When you're shooting 30 zombies in an enclosed area, I can see performance issues coming up. Another feature that should really be optional. And unfortunately in some cases, it's just hard to see what's going on. New elements on the screen also crowd and obscure, especially on dark maps. Zombies don't seem as easy to pick out from the background, which leads to a good question. How is the actual gameplay? The following footage was recorded by Ecape from CS2 Zombie Escape, an open source project to port all of the old content to a new engine, free for the public. We were able to launch a server with about 16 players, gunplay feels responsive and accurate, and most importantly for Zombie Escape, shooting players who don't die sends them flying backwards. This is how humans defend themselves and progress through the map. In some instances, like with the Nova, a little farther than expected. Movement specifically feels good now as well. With the help of Movement Unlocker, a plugin that most servers use for bunny hopping and pre-strafing, was working when we tested. And surprisingly, bosses and other events seem to be working as well. This is the end of ZE Frostdrake. The dragon moves and can be killed, but it's missing an important element, the health bar. In fact, most of the user interface of community games is completely broken right now. In Surf, that comes in the form of a timer and a unit counter, and it likely won't be working for a long time. This is the greatest threat to community servers. We still don't know what scripting language CS2 will use. It used to be Lua, which was disabled after the Mirage update, and no new information has been given out. And for experienced players, you've already noticed, the enemies aren't zombies yet, they're just red. Custom models might be possible, but we can't animate them properly with the current tools. There are some sneak peeks here and they look pretty cool. Other things are missing, like an actual Steam workshop to share content, or the plugins that help with server downloads. So unfortunately, while there might be Zombie Escape, Surf, and Bhop on day one, they might be missing some of the core features we need. We are ultimately beholden to Valve. So far, 2 live playtest sessions have been successfully completed in CS2, one of which I was lucky enough to be part of, and another recorded by Ecape. While Zombie Escape will work in CS2, we aren't out of the woods yet. If you want to see some side-by-side comparisons of CSGO and CS2, go check out this video. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck sliding those triangles.